In the Miller Time segment tonight, 3 hot topics, including something about sharks. But first, who Miller wants as the vice presidential nominees for both parties. The sage of Southern California joins us now from Santa Barbara. Miller, before we get to that, the haircut. You look like Beeb's older brother, Tony Dow. I like it.
Billy, it's not a haircut. It fell out when I was watching Loretta Lynch's testimony. I thought the Attorney General was supposed to prosecute people who obstructed justice, not perfect it. She made Comey look like Sammy the Bull Gravano in a karaoke bar.
It was a tough slog. All right, VP, Hillary Clinton. Who do you want to see running with Hillary?
Well, for Hillary, obviously, I think it has to be Bernie Madoff. I think her and Hillary, Hillary are perfect. I don't know if she can get him out on weekends for the gig.
No, she can't. So he'd have to campaign inside the penitentiary if that happened.
I think he would be perfect. I think they run the same sort of pyramid scheme at some point.
So Clinton Madoff, I can see the sticker now.
Well, no, it would say Clinton Bernie, and then the kids would come in, who? There's another Bernie? And then they'd win that way.
So you'd be deceiving the low information children.
You could say Clinton Bridget loves Bernie, and the kids would go in and vote for him.
And for Donald Trump?
I've got a unique take on Trump. I think that he should nominate, I think we have a mock-up of the picture, the Ocean Spray Cranberry Juice Cocktail logo, which I was looking at. And it looks like a comb-over, too. See? The hair, the logo hair and Trump, they could go out together and they could put a little fan on them and they'd look like Anne Margaret with Kitten with a whip or something. You know, as a fallback position, I think Trump ought to have a runway show and bring out all his people, one at a time, you know, like America's Next Top Model or something, Gingrich, and then you bring out that General Flynn, and then you bring out Chris Christie and just have them all run. Now, as a backup for Hillary, I think she should appoint her old man Bill, because let's just say I've heard rumors that Bill would like to get out of the town Hillary's in to go to some funerals in foreign countries.
I don't think it's allowed to run a logo as your vice presidential nominee. Oh. No, I don't think that's allowed. You have to have a
what was Biden for God's sake?
Biden. One of your favorite guys, and you've nicknamed him?
Well, I've got a lot. Plugs McKenzie, Jar Jar Biden. You throw a dart and pick the one you want.
All right, I will. Okay, so thank you for the edification on the VPs. Now, their new study shows that more Americans are killed when they're taking pictures with their dopey machines than are killed by sharks, Miller.
You know what's really dangerous, Billy? Sharks taking selfies. Now, I was in Manhattan around a month ago, and I saw a thresher shark over on 6th, right, you know, that donut shop across from Fox. And he was taking selfies. There was an open manhole. The thresher shark fell in. Now, I'm not saying he wouldn't have died eventually anyway, because he was on land. And sharks, if you're watching, I know nobody's calling anything on anybody anymore, but don't go on the land. If you're a shark, you can't live there. You'll eventually die. But the fall into the manhole certainly expedited it. And I could tell as I looked down why they called them thresher sharks, because he was...
So the shark died after trying to take a picture of himself. That's what you're contending this evening?
Shark selfies is what I'm saying. Billy, I think a selfies is paparazzi for people who aren't vibrant enough to attract paparazzi.
Okay, that's a good, that's true.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever been to...
Billy, my wife and I don't go out much, so we hired a shut-in paparazzi. He follows us around at night when I make popcorn.
Yeah, okay. Have you ever been to Timminsville, South Carolina, Miller? Small town.
Billy, that's where my presidential library is.
They passed an ordinance that says you cannot wear saggy pants that intentionally display undergarments. You cannot wear them in Timminsville, South Carolina. Pull over, boy. I don't like the looks of your pants.
Well, how long before that is deemed to be racist? I mean, pretty soon they're going to tell you not to brush your teeth and make them white because that's racist. Bill, can I tell you, I don't care anymore. I go out with one goal in mind now, and it's not to interact and see what the kids are doing with their sartorial splendor. I go out to get what I want, and then I go back home as quickly as possible because I don't trust it out anymore. And I don't care what you wear, okay? You can put your undies on your head, and you can put a hat on your ass. Just leave me alone.
All right. Don't get in my way when I'm going to 7-Eleven. Just spread out. Let me get my stuff
I don't
and
go
get
out
out.
to exchange vibes with other generations.
Amen, Miller.